Alright there you guys, welcome to another of my live videos. As I updated you yesterday guys on the breaking news about Wayne Rooney. That Everton look like now they could be getting him. It could be fully announced in the next couple of days about this. According to reports that I've just read, they could be still demanding a transfer fee for Wayne Rooney, as his salary is currently around about 13 million a year. But yes, he has been in advanced talks. I think he has been withdrawn from the squad, but whether he will be still in the squad, under Jose Mourinho's squad, on Sunday when we fly off, we're not quite sure about that yet, depending how this goes. But it looks most likely that he will be going back to Everton, where it all began. But it's one of the biggest news in transfer history. Is this? He's currently been at the club 13 years. You know, he's won every single domestic cup as Wayne Rooney, and he's failed to really establish himself, and he's had irregular starts under Mourinho last season. But you can tell Rooney has passed it now. You know, he's not the player that he used to be, and I think he can take credit for his 253 goals. I think it is all-time top goal scorer. He can take credit for that, and also over the years when he's developed himself well and been a fantastic player. And you know, and it does look realistically now that he's going to Everton, where it all began, where he began his career, where Fergie had bought him for, I think it was between 24 £26 million, and he's produced. You know, he was absolutely fantastic, and you know, was one of the best back in the day. But now he has currently passed it, and I think that Everton will be getting him on Everton will be getting him for a 2-year deal, and I think his salary is around £250,000 a week. But yeah, it has been a privilege. He's going to be emotional when he does leave. But I've just currently read The Guardian that he's in advanced talks that with Everton that he will be leaving the club. But now it is a good, fantastic thing, because it puts it wide open now for this transfer window. You know, now that number 10's vacant, now Rooney looks like realistic, like he's going to leave. Number 9's vacant, and also number 7's vacant. But we do presume that the number 10 will get filled. The number 9 will get filled. Number 7 may get vacant, but from a commercial point of view, we wouldn't want to keep that vacant. But yes, as I said, guys, yes, Rooney is looks like he's officially leaving the club, and it's going to be emotional when he leaves. But yes, about we're going to need a fantastic replacement for Rooney. You know, we need a fantastic replacement for that. Even Perisic, there's been latest news about him as well. Currently, according to Damasio, he had announced that Inter were holding a fee out of around about €55 million or something like that. Currently, according to reports, Manchester United have currently put another bid in. I think it was €45 million, and it is plus some bonus add-ons as well. And it currently, according to reports, it has been rejected by Inter Milan. But I said we're playing hardball. Inter Milan are still being stubborn, but even Perisic did insist that he still wants to leave Inter Milan, and he wants to make the Premier League move. But last season, 11 goals, 8 assists. But they basically don't need to raise funds now for their financial fair play, because according to reports, they've done small deals of Inter Milan in recent weeks, because they have been having financial troubles to get money into the club. Obviously, new Chinese owners just took over the club. But even Perisic still looks like we need to come to an agreement with Inter Milan. I don't think Manchester United are going to will to pay that price tag that Inter Milan have set out, but he's very skillful. He's very, very good in the air, very, very precise on the ball. You know, he's very enthusiastic. You know, he's prolific. You know, he's one of Inter Milan's standout players, as I said, guys. And yeah, it still looks realistic. But I said there's a lot of players available, but I said in that front, we need. Jose Mourinho has identified that midfield as his key role to strengthen up, because we're lacking depth. And in that front line, I don't think Morata is enough in that front line. I think we need a backup plan, you know. Whether it's Lukaku, as I said, he's a big game bottler and a big game flop. He can score goals, he leads the lines very well, good at getting through the channels. Obviously, he's fully Premier League proven as well, and he wants to be. Obviously, Everton are looking to release him off the board as well. I think his price tag is around about £100 million. Obviously, us and Chelsea have been in advanced talks. And whether it's Lukaku with Morata, whether it's Belotti, we've looked into loads of players. I don't think Morata is enough. Obviously, Rashford's got young talent experience, as he's not ready to lead the lines just yet. And obviously, Zlatan Ibrahimovic leaving, as he was fantastic leading the lines last season with 28 goals in all competitions. So I think, and even Martial there, he's young, he's got experience, he can gain more experience as he's only 21 and he's the world's most expensive teenager. I think he will stay on the left. But I think he dramatically needs to improve on his game, Martial. So I do think that we need 2 strikers up there for sure. Because I don't think Morata will be enough, guys. That's my personal opinion. But credit to Everton, they're looking to get another 2 player added to their ranks as Everton are looking to strengthen their squad up and depth. They've done fantastically well. They've got the signing of Michael. I think they spent over £90 million so far in this transfer window of Everton, They've got Michael Keane on the board. They've got Pickford on the board. Who else have they got on the board? They've got Pickford. Looking to get Rooney on the board. They've got Sandro Ramirez on the board, who's very creative, very prolific, done fantastic in the past. Done well with Malaga as well, scored loads of goals. He can lead the lines fantastically well for Everton also. They're also being in talks at Olivier Giroud from Arsenal. There's been talks around £20 million, but I have seen Giroud play. He's very skillful. He's very, very good in the air. He can play as a centre forward. He can play also as a second striker as well. He's very enthusiastic, very passionate, and very precise and very composed on the ball as well. So that's what I was saying about Arsenal yesterday. They need to strengthen their team up. They need someone at the back. I think they need someone who's going to lead the lines as well. They've confirmed the signing of Lacazette, who is very, very good in the air, very precise on the ball. Fantastic player for Lyon. And he completed his medical and the £52 million deal has been agreed. But maybe from Arsenal's perspective, a few players are on the verge of maybe leaving the club, and there's been talks about it. With Alexis Sanchez, he basically said after Confederations Cup, more things were going to be discussed further down the line about what was going to be happening. I think he did pronounce that his future was discussed, but he couldn't tell you. So I don't think he's fully announced what he's going to be doing yet. Obviously, Manchester City have been linked to him because it is Pep Guardiola's #1 solution. They're obviously looking for the reunion in the past as he had with Barcelona, Sanchez. But last season scored over 31 goals, and that's Arsenal's key player. He's very composed, organised, very energetic, very passionate, got fantastic work rate, and basically a player of that calibre who's basically their best player. It did intend at Arsenal not to gain any Champions League football, not to win 2 FA Cups in 3 seasons, and also Bayern Munich have been in there for the likes of Alexis Sanchez as well. So he could still maybe go, I'm not quite sure. But I said Arsenal will need another player on the board at least if Sanchez does depart the club. And as I said, there's also Giroud on maybe could go now, and Everton could basically have a fantastic team next season. They could have Rooney and Giroud as a fantastic partnership. Could Everton? There's also been talks about Arsenal's Bellerin being linked to Barcelona. I think that's his ex-team as well. He's a very, very pacey left back. He's very good in the air. He's very versatile, very skillful. So some Arsenal players are demanding basically that they do want to leave, and teams that are after him. Because that's what I said, it may go against Arsenal if they've not got Champions League football to offer. It does go against you, but Arsenal fans will be ecstatic with the signing of Lacazette. They'll be very, very ecstatic with that, will Arsenal. And there's been talks about that anyway, so Bellerin may go to Barcelona. Giroud may go to Everton for £20 million. So Arsenal could lose some key players, but they have looked into Thomas Lemar. He may go to Arsenal. I think there could be a price tag for Monaco around about 80 million. I don't think Monaco are wanting to lure or get rid of some of their players, their young, talented, experienced players, such as, Mbappe may go, Fabinho may go, but Thomas Lemar last season made 14 goals, 55 appearances. Very versatile, very good in the air, very skillful, very precise on the ball also. And that would dramatically improve Arsenal, because Arsenal know where their problems lie. So they have looked into the likes of Thomas Lemar as well. They may have to pay another world record fee for him, Arsenal. So basically, have they signed one player this summer so far, Arsenal? So that could be maybe 160, 170 million pound on 2 players for Arsenal. So yeah, we'll see what happens about that. And as I said, with James Rodriguez, he's got a wonder of a left foot. He's very versatile, very good in the air. You know, with George Mendes, who is going to have further discussions with him in his future about what's going on. I think he has basically insisted for absolutely weeks and months, when it's been stemmed from news reports, that the amount of teams that have been linked to James Rodriguez, you know, he insists the only team he'd come to would be Manchester United. If he can't get a move to Manchester United, he would like to stay at Real Madrid, as he has had a regular starts at Real Madrid. I think last season in all competitions made 32 appearances, but in the FIFA World Cup had performed fantastically well in the FIFA World Cup campaign and scored a fantastic, stunning goal as well. So he does deserve praise for that. But he's got a wonderful left foot. He's very good in the airs also. Very tenacious. Can make a massive impact to his game. I think he also missed the Champions League final last season. But he has been banned up to the top clubs. But his favoured move would be Manchester United, according to James Rodriguez. But now that number 10 is basically available by the looks of things that Rooney is going. James Rodriguez, as I said before, we'd agreed a principal and personal terms with James Rodriguez. That he could operate well in that number 10 shirt, could James Rodriguez, because he does operate well in that number 10 shirt, and he will get that number 10 shirt at Manchester United, and he will dramatically improve us as well. Wait there, guys. He would dramatically improve us as well with James Rodriguez. And I think he scored 11 goals he scored last season as well. But yeah, basically what it says is now we're only basically willing to pay £35 million for James Rodriguez. I think Real Madrid have held a price tag around about €55 million or something like that. So yeah, more things he'll be having more discussions with George Mendes about what he'll be doing with his future. So I'm not fully convinced, and I'm not fully committing to it yet. But Everton are doing fantastically well in this transfer window. I've got to praise him and admire him, you know. And if Rooney goes, I'll be still watching him. You know, he's always been an Everton fan as Rooney, and it could be a free transfer, as I said. We could still demand a transfer fee for Wayne Rooney. But yeah, it has been an absolute privilege, and you know, we do want to get him out of the door because we can replace him with someone better. Can Manchester United, we can replace him with someone better. So yeah, as I said, Arsenal did confirm the sign of Lacazette. Obviously, Manchester City have got Bernardo Silva on the board at the moment. They've got a Benfica goalie in there as well, so they've spent a load of money. Chelsea look like they're in the ascendancy to get that centre-back, Rodreiguez something, the Roma centre-back. I can't really pronounce his name. He claimed that he was receiving racial abuse over in Italy, and that Chelsea could be on the verge of signing for £30 million that I heard, plus some add-ons as well. They're basically looking for the alternative replacement for John Terry, who'd been at Stamford Bridge 22 years, and he's currently confirmed the signing, and he has currently gone to Aston Villa as John Terry. But we put bids in for these players such as Morata. If we put bids in for these players such as Morata and Rodriguez, you know, could that possibly still retain David De Gea? Could he still be staying at the club? Because I can't see Real Madrid offloading quite a few of their players. And as I said before, I'm not expecting anything in return. Right there. As I said about Morata, I presume that it should be announced tomorrow. As I said, everything's been done. He said the deal has been done. Everything's been fully agreed. They've had the showdown talks back on Monday at the Bernabeu about holding exits and discussing Morata's future further down the line. So I think it should be done. I don't know the full transfer fee, as it has took a while to fully negotiate. Yeah, but I think we may pay, bids obviously have been rejected in the past. We could be paying 60 odd million pound maybe. I think Real Madrid have looked more in the region to maybe 70 million pound, maybe 80 million pounds or something like that. But whatever we pay for him, I still will take him on the board because he's our main priority. The past experience, very beneficial with Pogba and Mourinho. He's fantastic at leading the lines. He's had irregular starts at Madrid. He's very, very good in the air, very tenacious, very precise on the ball, very composed. And he's 6'2", so he's got that height advantage as well. Very lethal in the air also. And he's had irregular starts at Madrid, and he knows he's going to guarantee first team football with Manchester United. So yeah, he'll be fantastic replacement in that number 9 role with Morata. But I said we need another striker in there also. Lukaku could be still possibly on the radar of Mourinho's. I'd be happy, but I wouldn't be that happy because he isn't one of my main priorities. I think in that midfield, there's still chance of Fabinho coming. He was fantastic at Monaco, has had a fantastic campaign last season, winning the La Liga 1 and progressed to Champions League semi-final. He could be still on the cards as he has rejected bids from PSG, but why would he want to go to his bitter rivals anyway? I don't understand. But he does insist, he has told a lot of reports that he does basically want to make a move to Manchester United. He said he'd rather join Manchester United over his fiercest rivals in Manchester City. He's basically said before it was a tempting invitation, and it has been announced by the Italian journalist that it was close that Manchester United were going to make a full-on deal for Fabinho. But he's very creative, very, very good in the air, very precise on the ball, very composed. And he's a strong asset. I'd love Fabinho at Manchester United. As I said, Matic could be still on. I think the deal's still delayed. Chelsea Chelsea I think have signed a few young talented players, but this is their main signing. Who look like they're getting that centre back into Chelsea. Is that a guy from Roma who I can't pronounce his name? But I think it's depending on Bakayoko. I think Fabinho's slightly better than Bakayoko, but I think he's still very versatile, and I think he's still good in the air, and he controls the midfield very well. So that will dramatically improve Chelsea's midfield as well. It's basically depending on the pursuit of Baku, whether Chelsea sell Matic or not. But I said, I'm not really bothered about Matic. I think it'd be good if we get another good midfielder in there. It'd be fantastic there then, if I'm going to be honest. I do think Matic is a Chelsea reject. Lack of starts last season, only 4 appearances. He's also easily predictable as well. And Matic, he's not worth £40 million. There's been talks about £40 million about Matic, but I just don't think he's worth that kind of money, guys. And we could still get him on the board. We obviously were presumed last Monday, not Monday, just gone Monday before, it was going to be announced in 48 hours. And then it come to a delay, but it has been intense speculation quite a while. Players agreeing, players going off, and you know we've seen it in this transfer window what's going to be happening about that. And guys, and obviously about Gareth Bale, I think he does maybe want to leave Real Madrid. He's Premier League proven, so that's very beneficial for him. Well, to come back to the Premier League. He's obviously won 3 Champions Leagues 4 seasons with Real Madrid. He's Galactico. He's very, very good in the air. And he'd make a massive impact, you know. He'd be fantastic. But obviously Real Madrid have basically, as I said, got to offload one of their players if they want to get Kylian and Mbappe on the board. I think Arsenal have come up there with a few huge, staggering amounts of money to offer Kylian Mbappe, such as ages ago the 80 million, then the 100, and I think that they've offered recently a staggering £120 million for Kylian Mbappe. But he's very good, he's very tenacious, he's very good in the air. One of the highest prospects in the world, you know, highly rated for France as well, and he's been praised and admired off Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba's fantastic. I said he's good when he's set free. He controls the midfield fantastically well. As you could see signs last season without him there, we were struggling to operate space and, you know, feed teammates ahead of us. And Pogba does make a massive impact in that midfield, guys. I'm going to be quite honest. He's very enthusiastic, very passionate, very composed, reads his game fantastically well as well. But yeah, obviously players are looking to go in the summer as well. Players are looking to leave the club as well. I do want Fellaini to go, whether he will or not, I don't know. Januzaj looks like could be going to Real Sociedad, or he might have already gone. Not too sure. Smalling or Jones, I presume, will go. Ashley Young as well, guys, I presume will go. And yeah, left back, I do have slight concerns, as I said, at that left back position. Will we sign a left back? I'm not quite sure. We have looked into quite a few, but I still said I would give Luke Shaw another chance. He's our advanced left back. He did receive criticism last season, but he's still our advanced left back there. Right back, I don't think that's basically much of a concern position. It might be still essential to some fans, but I don't really think it is. Because I think Valencia, with extending his contract to, was absolutely fantastic last season at that right back. Good going forward, very good on the ball, creates that width fantastic well on the right, and he's got that height advantage as well. So, and Darmian, whether he's leaving or staying, I don't know. He's good as a backup option there at that right back, because Valencia is currently our main priority at right back at the moment. Whether he will sign a right back or not, I do not know. We have looked into quite a few over the transfer window, guys. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going to be happening with the youth. With Axel Tunezabi, I'm not quite sure what's going to be happening with him, guys, yet. I'm not quite sure with Osmentia. I'm not quite sure with Pereira either. They may go out on loan deals. I'm not quite sure. But, yeah, and, look at that. But obviously, we didn't expect to only have one sign on the board at the moment. But I did say deals will be sealed and confirmed this week. Obviously, we've got Lindelof on the board now as a centre-back. Jose Mourinho has looked into a few centre-backs as well. But I'm just going to praise and admire Everton. They've done fantastic in this transfer window. As I said, Pickford on the board, Keane on the board, Sandro Ramirez on the board. Looking to get Rooney on the board. Maybe get Olivier Giroud on the board. And they've signed a couple of other players as well. So they've done fantastically well. They've spent over £90 million or something like that of Everton. They could be a threat next season. They could actually be a threat. So basically, they can get rid of Lukaku because they've bolstered the squad up at the moment, and I don't think they'll stop there. I do think they'll go out for more players with Everton, and it's good that they are strengthening their team up. Obviously, we know Liverpool have bought a couple of players. Chelsea have bought a few young talented players, youth. We've got a few youth players that have come into the team. It's good that Jose Mourinho's creating that. City have got a couple of players on the board as well. As I said, Liverpool have I don't know what's going on with Keita, but they've got a fantastic player on the board, which is Salah. He's a good player. He's very, very pacey. He's got good electrifying pace. He's very, very good in the air also, and he's very, very precise on the ball, and that will improve the flank of Liverpool. He'll be a player to be feared because he's a good, fantastic player, and also with Keita, he's a dynamic box-to-box player. Also very, very good in the air as well. Very tenacious, very precise on the ball. And if Liverpool, is it 670 million they've put in for him, if they do agree that, I think I don't know what really is happening with that. I think the management and the player are going to be fully having talks about what's going to be happening with that. But if they do get him on the board, Liverpool, I've got to be honest, it will be two good signings for them that they have made. But yeah, I do hope that if we do get these Madrid players in that we want, such as Morata and James Rodriguez and that, that we do retain De Gea and we do have him for next season. Because Madrid I still think they have an interest in David De Gea because we do need him. I said if he does go, there has been alternative placements such as Joe Hart. There's been Kasper Schmeichel on the equation as well. But obviously, David De Gea is essentially the world's best keeper in the world, No one's in the same calibre as him, but if he is to leave, we do need a goalkeeper. As last season, you saw the last stages of last season, Romero got the first choice, but he's not going to get first choice next season. I'm not too sure what's going to be happening with Pereira, so we do need another goalkeeper if David De Gea is to go to Real Madrid. So, yeah, we'll see what happens about that. Let's think if any more transfer rumours have been done out. Any more done. If I can think right. No, guys, I'd say that's about it for today, and I will be looking at online later on to see if anything else has currently updated, guys. Anyway, guys, I'll take it easy, guys, and I'll see you later on my next video. Bye.